Hi, and welcome back for another healthy and delicious recipe. In today's video, we are making one of my favorites for summertime. It's a sorbet that's perfect when you want something cool and refreshing when it's hot out. We're making raspberry mango sorbet, plus it's naturally sweetened. So I have all my ingredients laid out. Let's get started. The beauty of this sorbet is that we don't need an ice cream maker and everything gets thrown into this bad boy, the food processor. Now you could put this into a blender if you had a high-powered blender. My blender is almost 14 years old. It was a wedding gift. It can pretty much do smoothies and that's about it, so I'm sticking with my food processor. Okay, let's start with our fruit. We have equal parts raspberry and mango, and this is frozen fruit, which is gonna make our sorbet. So it's 16 ounces of raspberries and 16 ounces of mango. And the mango, the texture of the mango is what gives the sorbet its really nice creamy texture. Next, we're gonna juice our lime and put it into the food processor. So a little tip with citrus, if you give it a little roll in your hand like this against the counter or cutting board, it helps get the juices flowing. We'll cut it in half and just juice it. And if you don't have one of these, you can use a spoon, you can use a little reamer. Anything really works to help get the juice out. And then watch out for seeds, you wanna strain those. This little system here, strains out the seeds for me, which is really nice. Oh, the citrus smells really good. And this recipe has only 5 ingredients, which makes it super simple. We are adding 2 tablespoons of lime juice. One, and there's our second, right in. Next, our honey. I've already measured it out, but a trick for honey, if you're using your tablespoon, oil it or spray a little nonstick spray and it helps the honey slide right out. This just ups the sweetness a little bit. You know, fruit, of course, is full of natural sweetness. We're just adding one more natural sweetener, honey, to bring it all together. Now here's the key. Warm water. We've got a lot of frozen fruit in here and can kind of seize up in the food processor. You might need 5 tablespoons. I'm gonna start with 2 tablespoons of warm water. We'll turn the food processor on and see how it looks. If your sorbet starts to seize up in your food processor, right now you can see mine, the raspberries are blended and the mango's kind of sitting on top. It's actually blending really well because it's been sitting out just a few minutes. So if you let your frozen fruit thaw 5-ish minutes, it helps to blend everything together. If it comes right from your deep freeze and you try to put it in here, you're gonna need more warm water. So a little patience, a lot of stirring, and you'll have sorbet. So if it starts to seize up and isn't coming together, you want to push some of the mango to the bottom so it hits the blade and gets processed. There we go. Okay, it took a good 5 minutes, but it has come together. It is nice and has this beautiful sorbet consistency. Now's the time to scoop it into a pretty dish and taste. Our raspberry mango sorbet is done. Now, ideally, you would put this in a container that works in the freezer and freeze it so it hardens up a little bit more, but you can also try it straight away, and that's what we're about to do. So it's super soft, but let's scoop it into a pretty dish and give it a taste. It's tangy and tart and sweet. I lost my spoon. And it's creamy from the mango. I love this. So I encourage you to make it and taste it. You could add more honey if you wanted a little more sweetness. If you want a little more tang, add some more lime juice. So if you like this recipe, leave me a comment below, especially if you've tried it. And for more nutrition tips and healthy recipes, subscribe and follow. Bon appetit!